Hey everyone, Les here from BG Trading. Hope you are well. Today is November 4th, 2021. We'll be analyzing Orocobre, which the SX code is ORE. So let's have a look. Just want to remind you, this is not a financial advice, just us from BG Trading, sharing with you how we apply our strategies to know when to buy and when to sell stocks, how we set up targets, stop losses, how we read the fundamental value of the company, and much more, all in this channel for you. So if you like, please subscribe to the channel and share this video with someone that you believe could be helping. Also, I'm going to be leaving the link for this analysis in our Facebook community, Buy, Grow, Sell Strategy for Share Traders. Make sure you become a member. It's free, and there are a lot of great quality content in there for you. Now, let's jump straight into the analysis and understand why I believe this is a quality lithium producer, and it is a company that you might want to have into your long-term portfolio. I'm going to explain now. So first of all, if you don't know yet, this company has merged with Galaxy Resources, making itself the fifth largest lithium carbonate producer in the world. Some details of this merge with Galaxy Resources will be available in this analysis, so make sure you hit the link in our Facebook group and have a look. Now, Orocobre is a global lithium carbonate supplier and producer. So probably most of the lithium compound used in mobile phones and laptops that you are now using comes from the area that Orocobre has its project. It's a lithium triangle in Argentina. So the main project is Olaroz lithium facility in Argentina, which has been producing lithium already. And the compelling information that we have now is that since 2018, the company has set to amplify its production. We call stage 2 expansion of Olaroz lithium facility. As you can see in this illustration here, it's gonna more than double its size, and then obviously setting up the production field to the lithium demand within this incoming decade. Now, second project is called Naraha in Japan, which is also going to be producing lithium carbonate. This project is a joint venture with Toyota Tsusho Corporation, which is a Toyota subsidiary as well. And interesting, this project is located very strategically into well-established cathode manufacturing plant operation, which is going to be taking advantage of that. Now, let's have a look at some fundamental value that I believe, when I talk about my thoughts, is BG Trading, based on BG Trading analysis of the fundamental values and the technical analysis applying BGS20 strategy, right? Now, some fundamental value for long-term investors. This is a stock that we can trade. Yes, we can trade in a range of 20 to 30%, but it is a stock that you need to consider if you want to have solid exposure for at least the next 24 months into lithium sector. This is probably one of the safest options compared to other micro or small cap stocks that we'll be analyzing in this channel. I'm going to give you some example. So even Core Lithium is still not producing, going to produce next year. Would be our second pick after Orocobre, and then you have all other companies that will be producing only in 2024 or 2025. Still quite a long way from now. So we have to stick with companies that is already producing as a project, despite other small caps having what you call offtake agreements already in place. Still risky. So we want to stick with companies that is already producing, is already selling the market, and is now expanding. So it's very much lower risk now. Now, another project in Japan commission to expect to commence in the first quarter of 2020, ramping up to full production by the end of the year. This is extremely catalytic announcement for the share price, potentially taking new heights. All this will help to boost the share price. Now, the only red flag we have overall, this holding this stock for long term, is that the net profit is still negative, obviously due to do with this financial expansion, all those projects, and all that poses a little bit of risk. But any good business has very good debt as well. And then obviously, as long as the lithium carbonate price keeps on highs, as you can see, the lithium carbonate price. So and it is set to keep going up. So they should be fine for Orocobre and all the other micro-cap lithium producer as well. Now, EV demand is forecast to keep rising 20 to 30% in the incoming decade, as we know. But then obviously you gotta understand that this lithium carbonate are not just used in electric vehicles, but also in many other appliances as well. Pipeline global lithium ion battery cells production capacity for 2030 to rise to 420 gigawatt hour, 30% increase in the year. So a structural deficit for 2021 onwards to the absence of significant supply side develops. You see, this is what happens. Market tightening in the price momentum is evident with strong pricing required to provoke the required supply. Look, there is no enough supply of lithium carbonates in the market. That's why all the lithium stock is going nuts. Again, this is the safest option, I would say, provided the company is already producing and already had a very good place into the supply chain. Now, one of the things, and I put as a red flag as well, I always like to red flag some risks, is that long-term holders need to check the supply of several smaller players are set to enter in the market into the supply chain by 2025, 2024, 2025, despite a massive global demand. It's still a simple game of supply and demand. This is my self-statement. And I believe, look, you got to always look at what's happening with supply and demand in the lithium carbonate. And by 2025, a lot of lithium players will come up producing the market, and then could saturate the market. We don't know. We don't know. Those companies, this information about supply and demand is specific from investor presentation from the companies. Obviously, they will be positive about it, but you really need to be mindful and have keep tracking supply and demand for lithium carbonates over the next, especially after 2025, if you're still holding as a long-term investment. The merge with Galaxy Resources, creating the world's fifth largest lithium brine producer, as I said before. So here's some financial performance. Obviously, Galaxy Resources is in better position than Orocobre was sort of investing quite a lot with loss. And then obviously with the perform a merge, the loss has been quite a bit reduced thanks to Galaxy Resources profitability. Now, with the merge with Galaxy Resources, there's a new brand to be voted still by the shareholders in 30th November, but most likely we will see Orocobre becoming what we call Allkem. This is going to be the new name. So get ready and get used to this. Now, with the merge, there are projects that came with Galaxy Resources, and not just a production project, but also exploring project, which is currently in the feasibility study. We have Mount Cadding, the Sal de la Vida project, and they're all going to be catalytic information. So I got some catalytic information here that we need to check, and why we believe there could be a breakout of the share price. So this is obviously restricted area for VIP members. That's what they're paying for the membership to get very good information. If you want to know a little bit more about our targets and becoming a VIP member, just hit pgtrading.com.au website. Now, we did enter around this sort of level, low 2020, with our VIP members mid of the last month, mid October, and now we're already on up 20%. We are hoping to reach $10. Yeah, I almost reached $10, but I start bouncing back a little bit. Potential will reach the $10 tomorrow or after tomorrow or Monday, and it could even break out. There is a strong resistance around $10. Not just the psychological resistance of $10 to be a very raw number, but we could see a breakout, and then our VIP members already know about a target too that is set if the breakout happens. Guys, in my honestly opinion, applying BGS20 strategy is that the stock is extremely bullish, still trading sideways for a little bit, but overall, a long term, it is bullish and will most likely be breaking out this $10 barrier very, very soon. This was my taking on Orocobre. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any input you want to share with us, please put on the comments below. But I'm very positive. I think Orocobre is by far one of the most secure investment in lithium space at the moment, at least for the medium term. Always keep watching the lithium carbonate prices in the market, and supply demand after 2025 could slightly change. So this is my view for Orocobre. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching to the end. The whole idea when we designed BG Trading BGS20 strategy was to use only a set number of indicators to make it simple and clear to understand and to be able to apply our KPIs very easily and very effectively. So you don't have to be any Wall Street smart person to be able to apply those strategies. Well, we really hope this course helps you making better decisions and fantastic trades. See you in the course.